name is Leah, and thank you for joining me today. I am going to provide you about education about early literacy. More importantly, how does it benefit you and your family in the long term? So today I'm going to share with you our favorite book at home. It is called I Can Read with My Eyes Shut by Dr. Seuss. And our favorite part is later in the book, but you'll love it. It is the more that you read, the more things you'll know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Now, this demonstrates the long-term value of reading to your children. Dr. Seuss, also known as Theodore Geisel, was a well-known writer, poet, and an expert in children's literature. Children in the stages of early literacy need to develop strong foundations in phonological awareness. Now, the Dr. Seuss books are powerful tools for young learners to incorporate rhyming and vocabulary. As stated, the Dr. Seuss National Memorial, child development progresses quickly between the ages of 0 and 2. This is a prime opportunity for parents to read to their children and instill a love for learning and a thirst for knowledge. Reading to your children provides advantages such as academic excellence, mastery of language, and creates a stronger relationship with you. Now, academic excellence is a primary benefit of reading to your child. Studies have shown children who read before the age of preschool are more likely to exceed in all facets of formal education. An Early Moments article titled 10 Reasons Why You Should Read to Your Children shows a study. Now, 1 in 5 parents read to their children, and 1 in 4 parents struggle with reading, so they don't read to their child. The study continues to show that children who were not read to were below grade level and struggled with math and reading. Now, when my daughter was 3, she would bring me books to read to her. And in the past, if it was a long story, I would only read 2 pages. If it was a short story, I'd read the whole thing. Now, I would stumble and stutter and not make it through the sentences. I was embarrassed as a parent. Now, I decided I was going to read to my kids every night. 3 years later, I'm reading every night. We still read our favorite books. And I am fluent with my reading. My daughter is 6. She is the top of her class, and her reading of vocabulary is the top of the class. So in the early stages of development, children are learning critical language and communication skills. Witnessing these interactions between the characters in the books and the contact with you during that time, your child is gaining a valuable communication skills. Now, a website for early literacy education titled Early Moments, this states that this will help them to express emotions and needs in a healthy way. When you speak to your children, they hear more oftentimes short phrases, not sentences. So words like, say please, or go pick up your toys. They don't always hear you speak to them in sentences. When you read to them, they hear smooth words fluently, like in sentences or paragraphs. Now, this will build their language skills. They will need to communicate with others, which is very important in life. Now, early reading to your children has been connected to having a tighter hold of the fundamentals of language. When they approach school. Now, when you talk to your babies, you are encouraging their grasp on abstract concepts. They apply knowledge and logic in various situations, recognize cause and effect, and utilize good judgment. Parents that are interactive with their children and do a question and answer period during story time will help to enhance a child's cognitive development. During the story time, your child is going to squirm and wiggle about. Now, over time, they will eventually learn to sit still and enjoy the book, such as these. This is a bonding moment. It helps with reading comprehension, builds a stronger self-esteem, and a longer attention span. But it will also build memory retention. All of these will help your child in school. My 4-year-old son and I were reading a book about bugs and their habitats last week. And when I walked him home from school, he said, "Look, Mom, there's a habitat, an ant habitat." And I love moments like this because it shows me that his language and vocabulary is improving from reading out loud and that he is grasping those concepts. Now, his recent test scores show in the year I've been reading to him every night and with continued reading from school that his vocabulary, as you can see here, progress in vocabulary and speech over a year's time. So the beginning of the year, he was at 40, right here. Let me just move this. And at the end of the year, he is at 90%. Now, his speech has also improved. It started the year at 60% and is now at 80%. So we love the progress. Now, it's likely your child will learn to read and in time will be a good reader. But for some, this process is difficult. For others, it's easy. It's not necessarily a struggle. The supportive parents reading to their children allows this process to work more efficiently and effectively, providing significant advantages for them such as academic excellence, mastery of language, and creates a stronger relationship with you. These together help them to succeed in every aspect of their lives. That's what's important. Helping your child succeed is what we do. Now, I have picked out some favorites. Let me show you. This is Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Fantastic read. And it's going to talk about the various places. My daughter's favorite, of course, is A Pinkalicious. It's by Victoria Kane and Elizabeth Kane. My third option, of course, is one of my favorite. It's Bear Wants More. Now, this is by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Just some ideas. Now, for everyone, really, we need a fantastic library, as more importantly, you do. So, here are some suggestions. And build your library. Read to those that want to listen. More importantly, your children. But thank you for joining me today. And have a great read.